Hi, these are Hoya plants. They are a kind of tropical plants that can be found and originated or native in the Southeast Asian countries like the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, India, Thailand, Vietnam, and there are also some Hoya that can be found in Australia as well. But what I have here are just the common Hoya that are um, cheap and available online, easy to get online. So the first one I have here, I already show it all the time, is my Hoya lanceolata or the Hoya bella. Look, and then the second one that I have here is my Hoya crimson queen. Look, variegation is at the outline or the margin of the leaves, and I have here the Hoya crimson princess as well. You know that it's a princess since the variegation is inside the leaves. Look at that. And then the next one is my Hoya Cortesii. It's a beautiful Hoya in a heart shape, quite heart shaped leaves with silver speckled on its leaf. See how pretty it is, and it trailed down. And it's the same as my Hoya linearis that is trailing down as well. It came from a very tiny cuttings, and look at what it is now. It's growing long, and it has this needle-like pointy leaves, which is really different from any other flat rounder shaped leaves Hoya. The next is my Hoya rosita, a mix of Hoya varieties and Hoya changii. Look, it has this white, it has this like dark margin on its leaves, like a maroon color of margin in its leaf. It has a bit of dark markings as well. When I got it, I think it was I don't know, it wasn't really a healthy cutting, but it doesn't fall off, so I believe that it's still alive. And it's coping well here. It's trying to thrive, I mean. Next is my Hoya. My Hoya affinity spa Bortonier. Used to be small cutting, and as you can see, there's already growth points and a small leaf coming out. And the same with the other one, so there is a small growth point coming out. Excuse my dog. She's jealous again. And then the next one is my Hoya that is native in the Philippines, and I have already shown it all the time. I'm always proud because it's something that I have from home, from my country, Philippines. And this is the Hoya Kentiana, and it has this bean-like shape of leaves, and I like how it looks. It's almost the same as the Hoya varieties, which I just recently got, because I found out that it's also a native in the Philippines, Hoya varieties. It's almost the same as the Hoya Kantiana, apart from it has this dark margin in its leaves, while the Hoya Kantiana is a bit lighter, but are almost really look the same. What I'm happy about is because they are from the Philippines. And then the next one is my Hoya compacta. It has these wrinkled leaves, and it looks odd. Look, just like the same as this Hoya crinkle 8. This one also has these like wrinkle in its leaves, and that looks like an obs. So this is a Hoya crinkle 8, Then my next one is my Hoya. This is the Hoya australis, and I believe this is the Hoya that's from native in Australia. Next is another Hoya australis, but it's the one with a yellow variegation, and this is the Hoya australis lisa. It's the same with my Hoya australis, it's just that this one has its variegation. Beautiful, isn't it? It has this shiny leaves just like the green one. And then here's my Hoya Memoria gracilis, and look how pretty the leaves are with its silver speckled flashing in the leaves, and see how it trail. I use a barbecue stick to temporarily have use this as their trailing, because I don't have any bamboo stick yet, so this is just for the meantime. And then last but not the least is my Hoya publicalis, which I'm really proud of these plants, because I also got this from just a tiny cuttings, and look how it is growing well now. And it's so great to know that this Hoya publicalis is actually first found and also native and originated in the Philippines. Well, I'm not sure if this is the one that is same look as the one in the Philippines, but I know that this Hoya publicalis has different, it's been hybridized already, so I hope that it is almost the same, although they do really look the same. And I'm so happy that I have this type of plants. There is really something on Hoya that you cannot stop loving them and loving to have them grow and collect more of them, because they have this tropical vibe, since it has this vining way in growth. So it's really nice to have, and nice to see them growing so lusciously with its different beauty in its leaves. And it makes this Hoya plants makes me really feel closer to home, since this type of plants are from the Southeast Asian plants, so they're tropical plants, so it makes me feel like just at home, even just by having these plants.